Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm at the North American International Auto Show taking a look at this 2023 GMC Sierra 1500 AT4X. Now this is going to be the more off-road worthy version than the other one I had just previously done a video on. This one just slightly more off-road worthy in my opinion. They are both very off-road worthy, but this one does have a couple of features that I would say put it above the other one. So starting off up front, you are going to get the redesigned 2023 style headlights, massive grille with front-facing camera underneath the GMC logo. Your AT4X logo is going to be right there, and then you're going to have full LED fog lights. Factory parking sensors are integrated into the bottom portion of the bumper. Really nice heavy-duty tow recovery hooks. This is the first, I believe, half-ton series truck that actually comes with a winch from the factory. This bumper is made by AEV. Really nice brushed looking trim throughout. Very aggressive. A little bit more aggressive plastic fender flares on this one. And this has the more off-road style wheel in my opinion. It's got some Goodyear Wrangler Territory MTs. And that looks like it's a 275 70R, what is that, 18? And so I believe it's a 30, almost a 33-inch tall tire. You can confirm that in the comments below. Your AT4X badging right here. Rock sliders. And what I really like that General Motors does is they give you a thicker coat of paint along the rocker panels to protect against like paint chips and then eventually corrosion. I think General Motors is the only company to offer that currently. I don't know what it's called, chip guard or rock guard or something. You can put that in the comments down below as well. 6.2 liter V8 with a 10-speed automatic transmission. Black mirror caps with your camera system underneath. Blind spot monitoring. This has the passive entry system, so as long as you have the key fob on you, you can lock and unlock the vehicle. I believe this also has the night edition because it doesn't have color matched door handles, and the trim on it is also black. Those rock sliders are pretty aggressive as well in my opinion. Coming to the back, again, the fender flares transition into the back, and then here's why I think this one is slightly more aggressive, more off-road worthy than the other, is because this has the off-road rear bumper as well. So you unfortunately omit the tailgate step, but you now have greater departure angles as well as approach angles with the different bumper up front. You still have dual exhaust, parking sensors integrated into the bottom portion of the bumper, heavy duty tow recovery hooks, 7-pin connector right here, and then your trailer camera system is going to go right there. You have the black applique on the smaller portion of the Pro tailgate system, Sierra badging, and your AT4X badging. And then over here you have the AEV, which is I think American Expedition Vehicles, and that's who outfits this. But very cool. We'll go over the bed in a little bit after the interior. Right here we have your capless fuel fill port system. Up top we got your third brake light and cargo camera as well as your rear view mirror camera. I'll go over that once we get into the interior. And then this wing is actually designed to shoot air over the bed. So even if you don't have a tonneau cover, you will have less drag, which is pretty sweet. Overall, I really do like the look of this. I love the front and rear bumpers on this guy as well as the more off-road style wheels. I think this thing just looks super aggressive. Let's take a closer look at the interior. Starting off over on the left-hand side, we have all the window controls for the vehicle. The driver and passenger front are automatic up and down. In front of that, we have the mirror controls with your power folding mirror buttons. Really nice, soft, textured leather with red stitching, accent stitching throughout, and this really nice real wood trim. We have your electronic parking brake right here. Push button transfer case with drive mode selector dial right here, as well as your trailer tow mode. Over here we have the rotary dial selector for the exterior lighting of the vehicle, and then above that we have the dimmer switch for the instrument cluster. On the left side we have your fog light button, and then on the right side we have your cargo lamp button. Coming up top to the dashboard, Very nice, soft, leather-wrapped dashboard. This guy does have a heads-up display right here, which is controlled with the setting buttons right there. Working our way to the instrument cluster, it is 100% digital. Pretty sweet. Unfortunately, I do not have the key fob, so I will not be able to show you that, but it is very programmable and customizable to your liking. Coming back to the steering wheel, very nice leather-wrapped steering wheel. All your cruise control buttons are going to be right here. Heated steering wheel button is going to be on the steering wheel itself, which is pretty nice. This is your adaptive cruise control button. Over here we have your steering wheel mounted call buttons, and then your scroll wheel selector for the center LCD display. This guy also has pedal shifters. It's pretty sweet. Sleek, minimalist style HVAC vents that are very big. I think they're a little bit bigger than the previous interior design. That brings us to the massive touchscreen display. I like that it is horizontal. It's not super tall vertical, so they do have more room for the HVAC stuff. And even with sitting in this position I would if I was driving, I can still access the far right-hand corner without even really moving that far. This does have wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. I believe it has the newest generation of touchscreen operating system in here. Pre-trip checklist for when you're hooked up to a trailer. This thing is just very, very cool. You can monitor a lot of stuff from this. Underneath that, we have the massive push-button start. We have heated and ventilated seats for driver and passenger. I love that GM actually gives you the option to just turn the heated seat back on, not the full seat. That is greatly appreciated. Dual zone climate control right here, and then you have a plethora of buttons. Starting from left to right, we have your lane keep assist button, your parking sensor button, automatic start stop off, it is on by default, tailgate down button, hazard lights, traction control off, hill descent control, which is like for the off-road FX4 style or AT4 style equipped vehicles, locking rear diff, and then I think this is both diffs are locked front and rear. Under that you have a storage tray, USB and USB Type-C, 2 cup holders right here, really sleek minimalist style shifter, which I really do like, and I love that they put the trailer brake control right here, right behind the shifter. Wireless charging mat, which brings us to the storage compartment. You can actually access the wireless charging mat when the storage compartment is opened. You have a USB and USB Type-C, as well as a 115 volt 400 watt power outlet. The storage compartment is LED lit, and you have some file organizer system, so that way if you use this as a work vehicle, you can keep organized. Here we have AEV stitched into the headrests, and then your AT4X badging. These seats are absolutely beautiful with white piping and white and red stitching. This guy has 2 glove boxes. The first one is right here. The second one's going to be right down here. Coming up top to the vanity, it is LED lit for passenger as well as your driver. The entire headliner on this vehicle, including vanity, is suede. You have a 3-door universal garage remote. Your LED dome map light master control is all right here, as well as the power sliding rear window and the single pane sunroof. I actually appreciate that GMC is sticking with the single pane on this. The dual pane looks nice, yes, but in the summertime it does let a lot of heat in, and it gives all the passengers a lot less headroom. And having headroom in a truck is a must. It's not like a sleek sports car. And even with the sunroof, I still have a bunch of headroom. After that, we have your video rear view auto dimming mirror, but unfortunately I do not have access to it at the show. You can control the brightness, how high or how low the camera views, and then the zoom of the camera, which is pretty sweet. So overall, I am very impressed with the interior refresh of this vehicle. It is definitely on par with the competition, and I think consumers are going to have a little bit harder of a time picking between the 3 brands because they're all so competitive now. With that being said, let's take a look at the back seats and see how much legroom we have. And then I do want to point out these seats do fold up, giving us access to under seat storage, and we also have in-seat storage It doesn't look like you get a bunch of storage in here, but I have pretty big hands, and I can fit my hands almost halfway in the middle of this seat. So decent amount of storage in here. Getting in is easy with the leather wrapped grab handle. And with the seat situated where it would be if I was driving, I'd say I easily have a foot of legroom before my knees hit the front seat. Storage in the form of pouches behind both driver and passenger seats. 2 cup holders right there. Heated seats, USB Type-C, as well as HVAC vents. This center seat does have a fold-down armrest / cup holder. Tons and tons of room back here. Your LED dome map lights are going to be up top in the middle. Hanger hooks are going to be on the sides. And something that I really appreciate that General Motors did was they actually elevated the headliner up about 3 inches back here, 3 to 4 inches, to give the rear passengers even more headroom. I'm trying to get this to come through on camera for you guys, but the lighting at the show is just not great. So there it is. Tons of headroom. I do not have any problems at all. With that being said, let's take a look at the bed. So there's a couple ways to actually release the tailgate on this vehicle. The first way is with the key fob, which I do not have. Second way is with the button underneath the touchscreen display. And then the third way is the traditional way. You're going to come up to it, push the button, it's going to drop. Now, this having the Pro tailgate system, there are 2 tailgates. First one, you're going to push this top button. This is going to unlock, and then you can pull it down. So that way, if you have long items you don't want to open the entire tailgate for, you can angle them and then stick them out here. It also has a little keeper system like this that doubles as a step. Kicker audio, so you can hook up your phone via Bluetooth or USB auxiliary jack and listen to music while you're tailgating. Fold that down, push this back up. Second way is the regular way, tailgates down. Looks like we are going to get a spray-in bed liner from the factory with this guy. 3 tie-down points in each of the 4 corners for a total of 12 tie-down points, which I believe is class leading. If you look closely too, General Motors has pushed out the bed sides, maximizing cargo space. So I believe they actually have class leading cargo space in the bed as well. 115 volt, 400 watt power outlet right here on the passenger side, as well as the bed step handle. Now, to access the bed using the bed step, you're going to come up to it and push them at the same time. They'll automatically come down. You can fold that guy down and then fold up the handle, which makes getting in and out very easy. Once you're done, just reverse the process, fold that handle in, put this guy up, and then grab the whole thing with one hand and close it. Now, unfortunately, at the show, they do not have the Monroney or the little vehicle information plaques for the press. Once this gets to a dealer lot, I will be doing a video walkthrough of it in more detail if I can. But if you enjoyed the video, please consider giving me a like and share. And if you want to keep up to date on more auto show content, please consider subscribing to the channel. And be sure to check out all the affiliate links in the description below. Like always, thanks for watching and have a great day.